They got a new tree topper they're really proud of. So
Yep.
that's supposed to mimic an old one we have from many years back that finally stopped working. It started making a funny smell last year, and we turned it on, plugged it up. So I was like, I don't want the house to burn down.
Yes. So yeah, Holden, who is Mr. Christmas himself,
Yeah.
loves decorating for Christmas. Just can't stand it.
He's hysterical because we went to Ace and then we went to Lowe's. And every time I'd turn around, I was like, we're supposed to be getting bulk. And he'd have something else he picked up. It's like this. I'm like, what? How old are you?
So he loves it, loves Christmas, loves decorating with it. I love decorating with him and Johnny because they enjoy it so much. And so we did something. Oh, we put together this thing. We like these two stores. One, the Friends store, which is on Hazeldale. If you haven't been there, you need to go there. It's amazing. The ladies that run it do a great job. If you need a gift for somebody, it's a great store to go to.
Yeah.
And then Sullivan's, which is like a larger version of Friends. And
A much larger version.
yeah,
of
and so
Friends.
they have these like things set up in their stores, that are almost like little mini sections or whatever. And so Alden and I created this, like, basically this mini section where we have that white tree and the blue sign or whatever. And so we did it, and then we looked at each other and we were like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like being in Friends. So we thought we were so funny, high-fiving each other. So it's fun for me because there's Johnny and Holden. I have two people that, and they're boys, so it's hilarious to me, but they love decorating. So there we are. We put the tree up, and it had a net around it. And Holden was proud because he found this Santa that we've had forever to mimic the other Santa, and it is almost identical replica.
That's pretty close.
So we were fixing the house up and getting it ready for Christmas.
We walk in, and they had already unloaded the tree. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, Johnny had already climbed up there and unloaded it. And
Holden's like, thanks a lot, buddy, for helping us with the tree.
Yeah.
He walks out this morning. I told Harrison. He walks out. Holden does, and he just walks in. He looks at the living room and goes, it's just so cozy in here.
I know it. And it's funny because when I was growing up, my parents decorated the house as well. And that is always, I think he's similar to me in that regard from, like, I remember coming home and that's like your place where it's like everything feels good.
Right.
Like you walk in from running really hard or being out running in the cold weather or,
Like secure.
Yeah. And then you come in and you're like, oh man, this is my relaxing place.
Right.
And so, I think that he values the atmosphere that way.
I remember thinking that about your parents' house too.
Yeah. My dad used to. I don't have any pictures of it. I wish we would have. I'm sure my dad.
Oh, the Dickens Village?
No, we gotta have a picture of that too. But
the house.
The house. He decorated the house with white lights, like a gingerbread house. Like it had so many white lights on the windows, the doors, the roof,
right,
the gutters. I mean, so maybe that's where Holden gets it from. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was amazing. My dad did that every winter by himself. Wow. We were horrible daughters. I don't think we helped him do that. We were always busy, probably doing our
practices and stuff. He may have wanted it done a certain way. So
that doesn't surprise me either. That would be Dad. That would be one of the Steve-isms. So that you'd have to hang the lights a particular way. You're exactly right. And I'm sure he had a system because then they all had to be connected. The lights together.
It's probably honestly easier just to do it yourself.
Yep.
You know what you're doing.
I'm sure that's what he was saying.
Versus teaching, unlike other tasks where you kind of already know how to do it. It's probably.
I don't remember how many years in a row he did that, but he did that for years in a row. And then one year he fell off the ladder. That was not good.
The year he fell, I thought the ladder fell down. Like
it did.
Slid.
I think it slid down like that. Yeah. And that was like when we were a senior in high school, maybe, and Missy was a junior. It was when we were older.
Right.
And
he kept doing it anyway.
I think he did it after that. I still think he did it. I'm pretty sure he did it after that because then I remember being away in college playing basketball, and we would only get 5 days off in the Christmas holiday. Yeah, we'd come home the day or two before Christmas and be back the 26th.
Jeez.
And so I remember always loving coming home and seeing the house and everything else.
I think the first time I came to the house in '94, it was like that.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that I remember thinking that.
So
yeah.
Pretty amazing.
So yeah, it's
how was your house decorated at Christmas time?
It wasn't. Same way as decorated the rest of the year.
Oh gosh.
No, my dad and stepmom would decorate some.
Yeah.
When I was 13 on, till 18 or whatever it was. So they would decorate, but I don't remember a lot of lights and stuff outside. They would decorate the inside.
Right.
But yeah, I don't recall. I mean, they put up a tree and stuff,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know.
As festive.
Yeah, I don't recall it being. I was always so busy. I remember I had to work. I had a job. I think my first job at 14 or something. So I was always one Thanksgiving I had to work. I worked at that convenience store for half the day, and then somebody worked at the other half. They were open, which is very unusual to have a place open like that on Thanksgiving. So yeah, we were always working. So, or I was always doing something from about that time on. So, I remember one Christmas, I'll never forget this. We had spent the night at my dad's house. At my buddy's house. But we'd stayed up all night watching movies or something. I had to go to work the next day at Little Caesars at like 9 o'clock or something. So I stayed up all night, went to work, and we get back. And I want to say it was Christmas Day, but maybe it wasn't. It was Christmas Eve. But I remember opening up presents and being so exhausted. I opened it up like 3. It wasn't much. And just going straight to bed. I was like, this is done. So yeah.
Oh, goodness. Harrison, did we talk about your light fandango? Was that last podcast?
Yeah, we talked about it last podcast.
We talked about that. Did you get it fixed? Do you have lights on your house?
No.
Well, I would tell you a somewhat related story. We bought a bunch of lights for our house, this year. Bought more lights. And we got these 2 70-foot, rolls of lights or whatever. You're only supposed to put 3 together, but we put 4 together, pushing the envelope.
See, I disagree with you. I think they were meaning 3 of the rolls.
Well, maybe. But there are 2 sets per roll. And they said no more than 3 sets.
See, I think the set. So what is your definition of a set? A set would be 2. So no more.
Math is fun.
It is 2. A set is not a single thing. So a set is 2 things. So he said no more than 3 sets together.
See, on the roll it said this contains 2 sets.
Interesting.
So that's why I said you have 4 put together, not 3.
See, because really on the label it should say this contains a set of lights.
Well, they were CVS lights, so who knows what may or may not have happened.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, but it's just odd that you would sell them in rolls of 2, but you can only put 3 together.
Because you get... That's why. That was the other thing that made me think that it's 3 of the actual rolls, not 3 of the single...
I was laughing because I just thought in my head we went to Lowe's. Holden and I went to Lowe's to get some lights, and it looked like a bomb went off. There was like things around the perimeter. There's one big gaping hole where there was no product at all, and then they had a pallet of lights that they were bringing out there, and people were like snagging them off the pallet. It's like that scene from Coming to America when they shut the door and everybody starts grabbing the luggage. It's kind of like that.
I think that people are just decorating because, again, it's a feeling of some normalcy, probably.
Yeah, I get it. It's every year though. It's funny how, although I was able to get the Snow Village light. Yes. I mean, they had lots of those. I think about 7. Yeah. Which I didn't think they'd have.
Yeah.
Same thing. Well, Ace was like that too. Ace didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So, did you go out on Black Friday, Harry, or no?
Did I what?
Did you go out Black Friday to shop?
I bought appliances.
That's right.
But you didn't go out though.
I did not go out.
Yeah, I drove past some stores that looked really, really busy,
crowded. But
I have no desire. Even Holden said that yesterday. I told you we were in there, and Holden said we were in Lowe's and it was really busy. And that was Saturday, right? Mm-hmm. He goes, I don't like this. I don't like all these people.
Yeah.
So I remember thinking that years and years ago, going to the malls and stuff, and going, ugh, I don't want to do this. Traffic. Well,
Evelyn's birthday was Friday, right? So they all went out. Or they were out and about, I think, a little bit more than what he normally would be.
And we had stopped by CVS, and he was buying her a card, and it was so funny because he had like 4 cards. And he goes, which one do you like? I was like, this one's hysterical. And then, so he thought it was really funny too.
Yeah.
So hopefully she thought it was equally humorous.
I'm sure he did. Do you want to tell everybody what the card said?
Oh, it was the front of the card. I don't remember what it said inside, but on the front of the card, it had 2 snakes.
Okay, wait. This is totally Richie's personality, just for everyone. Okay, go ahead.
So it's 2 snakes, and one snake has a guitar in front of him, and he's singing, and he's the lines of the song. And the other snake is looking at him and goes, how are you holding the guitar?
Harrison, is that totally Dad? Yes. And then you open the card, it says happy birthday?
Or something.
Something.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are so funny. There was one where... Yeah, I don't know. There's so many funny ones that we bought over the years that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The shoebox cards are always my favorite.
The one with the fish, it's like in a bowl, and it says water. What is this, vodka? And it was like, this is great. Those are always funny. Very, very clever. So yeah, had a great holiday. Can't complain. We had Moose. We had Harrison's dog over as a guest.
Oh,
for a
there
few
he
days.
is. He was having a stare down with Johnny. That was Johnny and him on the stare down.
We were laughing because he chased the cat, and then he got very territorial with his food. Our other dog, Pickles, likes to nose around the food, and he was eating.
Oh, is that what he was doing out there? Is that why he got so mad?
Yeah,
Pickles
was coming up closer, and he just stopped and was like, "Don't do it." So she took off.
Yeah, that's the stare down right there. I think that's hilarious. When you pick him up, he stares right at you, like stares right at your eyes.
It's so funny in the morning too when you let him out. He goes
bananas.
Crazy. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
And luckily we were able to sleep in a little bit, so I wasn't going out there about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So everybody was awake, hopefully. But in the past, during the summer, especially when it's light early, you let him out early, and I was like, oh no, the poor neighbors.
Yeah, because he barks. Does he do that at home for you? No, he only does that. It must be because he's running around with Winnie. So like he goes out because he's chasing Winnie around. He's barking, and Winnie's all over the place. So yeah.
So yeah, good holiday, great holiday.
Show the picture of Johnny when I was talking to him about this is what Johnny looks like when I'm asking him to do work in the kitchen, and he says he'll do it, and then there he is. That cracks me up because I was like, Johnny, and he was like, oh, here we go.
I'll tell you one thing. It's funny because I was watching the kids last night. Everybody was over, and that dynamic that the boys have with one another is hysterical, and their sense of humor is so similar.
Yes.
That I will watch Johnny sometimes, and I was like, "You're hysterical." We were talking about long jump or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And his imitation of what one of those people look like. It's just hysterical. It's
right.
And their view of the world, and it's really cool. So Harrison's fiance Madeline was over, and her sister, and it was really loud, and it was so funny because I'm sure that they're sitting back going, she's like going, I'm used to this,
right?
To Kirsten. So yeah, it's fun, a lot of fun,
a lot of
cool family dynamics. So yeah, we had a great holiday. Those long weekends like that are always way too short, unfortunately. Yep. So
good way of recharging your batteries.
But Christmas is around the corner, and yeah, it's another. I think actually, Christmas Eve is on a Friday. No,
Christmas is on a Friday.
Oh, okay. So Thursday, Friday. So another 4 day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, great. We look forward to it. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. A lot to be thankful for this year.
Before we wrap up, I want to let anybody who is watching know that I've been recently putting clips of each podcast together on our YouTube channel. And so if you would like to consume the podcast in a more short form, I have put the best clips from each podcast recently, only the past two, on YouTube. So
yeah,
only about anywhere from 30 seconds to 3 minutes. So
are the best parts of the podcast. Well, look who's here.
Hey,
Trouble.
Look at that.
Trouble. How are you? What was the best part of your weekend? Oh, doing the VR. What about last night? Was there something special last night that happened? Do you remember?
About 7:30.
Outside?
Oh, yeah. It starts no. Wait, no. Yeah, it starts.
No. No? What happened? What were you waiting for last night when you were outside?
Oh, Santa.
Yeah. Did you like that? Was that cool? Yeah, that was pretty neat. Yeah, that's right. You were shouting what you wanted for Christmas at the fire truck. Yep, I remember.
You got the Elf on the Shelf message this morning. Yeah. So that's cool. Really cool. Well, glad you could swing by and take us out
and join us. Just
it's our house.
That's our house right there. There you go. There you go. There it is, as Madeline would say. There it is. Okay. So, Calvin.
That's it.
Do you want to take us out? Do you know the outro? What we say at the end?
You can't hear him, by the way.
What do we say? Thanks, everybody, for joining us.
No, you got to say it on her microphone.
Go ahead. You want to say it right here?
Yeah.
Say, Thanks
everybody for being here.
On Five Boys in a Business, we meet every Monday sometime around 11:30 because of this man's school schedule. So we'll be back next Monday. And don't forget to check out the merch store at asvcmerch.com. What's the last part? Okay, got you. All right. And so we will see you guys next week. We hope you enjoyed December. It starts tomorrow. All right, everybody. I'm Emily King.
And I'm Richie King.
And I'm Calvin King.
And we'll see you next time on Five Boys in a Business.
We're out.